Hello everyone, I'm your favorite pro wrestling cyber new type, the Dapper Bard. This week we get a hardcore heel turn. More than that, we get to see everyone mope about our Mary Sue losing a fixed match. If that's not enough, we get a smackdown of dumb. So let's get this show started. It's gonna be Raw, Thunder, Nitro all mixed into one.
In our cold open, we get to see classes. Kind of. They are brief, but they show that there is schooling at this school. It just took 18 episodes. Good work, writers. We also see all of Earthdorm worry about Mary Suletta, because of course they do. The whole world revolves around her. After the title sequence, we see that Guel is having issues getting funding to rebuild Jaturk Industries. And in the process, we also see his father's secret project, a Gundam-type unit. We also see Miorine in her business outfit. I like it. At the same time, we learn that Shattuck is trying to get assistance from Lady Prospera for his Gundam projects. But he is interrupted by Miorine demanding an explanation for his actions. He tells her that he's running for president and has the support of Pell. We then see Mary Suletta doing homework. Again, more school. How nice. She is interrupted by Choo Choo, who wants to check on her. But that doesn't last long as Lotta shows up and throws a little shade before thanking Choo Choo for saving him during the attack. Good to know Choo Choo did something heroic. Too bad it was off screen. Wow, something heroic a side character did that we didn't get to see? If Lotta hadn't said thank you, we never would have known. Hope you're enjoying the show, Choo Choo fans. After the Jaturk kids leave, we finally see Mary Suletta feeling sorry for herself. This causes Choo Choo to get the Earthdorm together so that they can visit Miorine and resolve poor Mary Suletta's emotional issues. Yes, even Choo Choo must bow down before the Great One. From there, we cut to Elon 5, who exposits, about the process to choose a Pell leader and the reason for all the doubles. He also goads Noria into telling him why she pilots a Gundam. In her anger at Elon, she admits that she wants to kill all Spacians. And again, it is nice to see Noria act like more than just an empty shell of a character. We also briefly learn that Shattuck's plan to sell assets to Earth has begun moving forward without the notice of the Bennerit Group. We get a little information on the TV about the riots on Earth, again. This time, however, Miorine wants to resolve the issues on Earth to earn extra clout to win the election. I guess with Nika pushed to the sidelines, the person trying to connect Earth and space is now Miorine. We'll see how well she does as our Raylina archetype. At this point, we jump around between characters. We see Belle get intercepted by the agents who have been working with Miorine. We see one of the Earthdorm guys admit he turned Nika into the authorities. We see the Jaturk dorm celebrating Guel's return. We see Earthdorm entering the facility where Miorine is staying. We see Miorine get a new bodyguard, one of the pilots from Prologue and Episode 12, I believe. And then the show gets so dumb, I couldn't control my laughter. We see Mary Suletta stumble across the aerial and take it for a spin. Apparently, there is no security in the hangar of the incredibly powerful weapon. While in space, Suletta connects with Eri, apparently for the first time. This feels strange as she talks with the aerial all the time, and it feels like that connection should be common for her. In the vision, we see the docks of the Orcs Earth facility, or possibly the Mercury facility, as we haven't actually seen what that looks like. At this point, we get a crazy info dump. The others inside the aerial are children like Mary Suletta that were created to boost Eri's power. That's right, Suletta isn't even the first Eri clone. Did Prospera have a room full of clone vats on Mercury? Also, in the 4 years prior to Suletta's creation, Prospera failed several times or sacrificed a bunch of artificial children to make this project work. The timeline is so tight for everything, and how could you do this kind of research without getting arrested or at least attacked by a torch-wielding mob? It's as if the writers didn't take that much time to think about the backstory for the show. Okay, let's get back to the story. In the vision, it is also revealed that Eri no longer needs a pilot to function. That's right, Eri has now become a singularity. Praise the Omnisaya! Due to this, we see Mary Suletta get ejected from the Ariel because Eri doesn't need her. This also makes no sense, because in the whole show, and in Cradle Star, it appears that Ariel cares about Suletta. So we get a major heel turn out of nowhere. This could have worked if they had set it up, but instead we just get it out of the blue. It's subversive, sure, but it makes no sense in the story since it's out of character for the Ariel. Okay, continuing the story, we see Lady Prospera grab Mary Suletta in space and tell her to go back to school and live a good life. Then, in a comedic move, Prospera ditches Mary Suletta in space and takes the Ariel, leaving her daughter floating in space alone. This should be sad, but it comes off like Poochie flying off to his home planet. Due to how poorly this is handled, all I could do is laugh. Seriously, I had to pause the show because I couldn't stop laughing at how dumb this ending was. I'll admit that this episode wasn't as bad as some of the episodes this season, but this show just gets more and more stupid with every passing episode. While I could go on about how using dead children to make a robot is not only impractical, but also really dumb as a sci-fi concept, I have bigger fish to fry. For now. If you watched my previous review, I did a major breakdown of Revolutionary Girl Utena. I did that to explain how two series with similar concepts can differ so much in quality. More importantly, it brought up something that really bothers me about this show: the relationship between Miorine and Mary Suletta. I commented on it being queerbait in my Season 1 review, and I stand by that. The only time we ever see them being remotely romantic with each other are the various title sequences that show that. In show, we don't see it. There might be a hug here or there, but you don't see them hold hands, kiss, go on dates, or do anything couples do. It is obvious that Miorine doesn't have any romantic feelings for Suletta. She just wants to keep her around for convenience, and when the time passes, she moves on. The best we have to show Mary Suletta's feelings is a matching set of keychains. It's almost as if it was done in order to hide any homosexual tones this series might have in countries that don't appreciate it. Much like how Disney has easily removable scenes of homosexuality in their movies to make them more acceptable in certain markets. I'm not saying Bandai is as evil as Disney. I'm not saying Bandai is doing that, but it does have that energy. If you don't see two characters being romantic with each other, then the breakup doesn't mean anything. More than that, the only members of the audience that will sympathize with the couple are those who put their own headcanon into their relationship. Put another way, the opening of Up works because we see a couple care for each other, be romantic, and grow old together. We see love in only a few minutes, and the loss of Carl's wife is heartbreaking. We spent 18 episodes with this couple, and their relationship can be summed up by Miorine yelling and hitting Suletta, as well as a pair of keychains. The good news is, only 6 episodes remain. The world building got a little bit better, but it's too little too late. Also, the twist at the end is nonsense. This show is a mess, and like I predicted, the story isn't getting better. At this point, it's a downward slide, and we should just enjoy the ride as this dumpster fire continues to burn. Thankfully, I have a bunch of awesome subscribers who have joined me for this ride, so I don't feel alone. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Also, like this video, and most importantly, remember, I'll see you at the tavern.